All right, all you snowboarders of the internet, we're here, we're live, we're taking your questions. So if you got them, get them in the chat box. Super chat's good, a spin of the wheel. Might give a snowboard away today. We're also going to go over the Nidecker Supermatic step-in binding, the new one that's coming out for all you guys out there that have had questions about it. So I'm going to try to talk about that some more here. I know you guys are asking questions about the poll that's over there in the chat box about Struth bindings. For anyone that doesn't know, I believe it was about 8 years ago, I think, they launched a Kickstarter. And they had invented a step in with automatic technology. I actually reached out to Nidecker today to just double check that they didn't buy the patent from them, and no one can confirm that they did. On top of the fact those Struth bindings look like shit. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah. If you're new here, you're just tuning in. This is your first time. I answer your questions. We have some fun. I usually talk shit on a bunch of people. You can win stuff. So, yeah, let's get some of these super chats going on. Oh yeah, we got some from Cockmeat up there. Yeah, I'm not gonna even bother with those. Fuck them. Let's see. What do we got here? First question comes in from Richard Tucker. Let's see. Wait, where was I? Oh shit. We got people everywhere. Let's see. We got can we talk about the importance of following simple traffic laws going up I-70, especially when it's snowed? Like passing on the left, travel on the right, how nobody needs to fly out the tunnel. So number one, the left lane is for crime. If you're not a criminal, 5 miles an hour is not crime. That's nothing. That left lane is for doing 40 over the limit. The right lane is for people that are probably close to death. So let's be real clear on that. Left lane, crime. Right lane, you're going to die soon. Nothing wrong with being close to death. Just get over there. Remember, snow makes things slick. Probably going to take you a little bit. Yeah. Just take a little bit of time in there. Make sure you give people space. No tailgating, unless you're me, because that's what I like to do in there. But yeah, a lot of people don't know how to drive. Also, if you're coming to Colorado and you got summer tires, ball tires, a rear wheel drive car, invest in fucking snow chains and learn how to drive in the snow. You do not belong in the left lane doing 20 under the limit. You fucking suck. You people are the worst. I hope you all die. Okay. First super chat we're going to take comes from Shylinks. So my pops is getting in shape for once, and I'm going to get him a board. What would be a great board to get for 178 beginner dude that wants all mountain and good floating power? Stay spraying, my guy. So he's a beginner. I'd get him a K2 ray gun, flat with rocker profile in there, so it's going to get a little bit ease of entry in and out of turns, a little bit better float. It's not an overwhelming board. You can usually pick up a last year's. I know that for a while there, I think Evo or it's either Evo or the house or someone was blowing out like 2-year-old ones for like $200. They had a good size run of them, so definitely check those out. I think those are super, super solid. So yeah, K2 ray gun, not the ray gun pop, the regular ray gun. And for bindings on that, I just slap some K2 lineups on there or some Ride C6s or A6s and just call it a day. All right, next non super chat gets a spin. Let's find one here. Let's see. Okay. This is a good one from Rob Gams. Which board on the capital line is the closest to the outer space living? I love the outer space living, but want to go one step up in stiffness while maintaining a similar feel. Thanks. If you're trying to keep like a similar feel, you probably want to just go to a DOA, in all honesty. They say the Mercury, but I think the DOA would be the more logical choice in that. So that's what I would go with, is just go right to the DOA. If you really want to go like up a noticeable amount, then go with the Mercury, but I would just go with the DOA. Oof, lose a turn. That's rough. Okay. We got a super chat from Stuff I Find Interesting. I don't know why I can strap in faster than someone with flow bindings. They're garbage, even though Kevin would disagree. I disagree with it. They're not garbage. The problem is most people that buy them want that convenience factor, but they're fucking cheap. So they buy the shitty ones. The shitty ones that they don't spend the time to dial in so that they can get their foot in and out fast enough. On top of the fact, the people that buy the shitty ones and are slow getting in are also the people that have a gut and don't have core strength, so they can't stand up, kick their foot in, reach down, grab the high back, pull it back up, and call it a day. This is just kind of how these things of how it is. Most of the people that have them don't spend the time to dial them in. They don't have good core strength. They snowboard 5 times a year. Sit your ass down and strap in with a strap binding. Then I don't give a fuck about you. You like those people are that. But by and large, flow bindings are actually solid. Like I've ridden them. I've got a set of, I think they're carbon ones sitting in the other room that I actually have to go ride. So yeah, those are super, super solid. All right. Remember to ollie slow signs, people. Ollie slow signs. Okay, we got a super chat from Patrick. Miracle March coming through. Monarch was deep today. I rode Monarch the other day and it was 18 inches and it was fucking glorious. Also, I got a POW day today. I hope everyone that's here is able to get a POW day either today or in their future. It's fucking cold. The frostbite right there has decided to come back out again. But yeah, it was a good day. Rode the new Rosinal Sashimi. No change from this year. Just going to do an updated review on that. And I rode the new District Pro binding from Solomon as well. So, which is definitely different than the District Pro. So I think, yeah, it's District Pro. So. Ooh. And just PSA, beware of frostbite. It's real shit. It can happen. All right. All right. We got another super chat from Sheldon Krieger. Thanks for all the help on Patreon. Had a great day at Woodward on my simulator. Fuck yeah, dude. There you go. All right. And be sure to eat your muscle cheese, people. Okay, we got a question from Undead. Hey, Avran, hope you're doing good. Managed to snap another GNU Headspace board on a rail. Got a recommendation for a similar field of board from another brand. Also, you get around to Bogus Basin this season? No, I'm not leaving the state of Colorado right now. I am. We're good. So yeah, but similar board feel to that GNU Headspace. So I would, if you're breaking boards on rail, so I would check the Ride Zero would be really comparable to that. It also has that asymmetrical side cut. The Capita Simulator comes to mind. To an extent, the Solomon Huck knife, even a Rome Agent would fit in there as well. So I think those would all give you a couple good options there. All right. Jacob Iverson. Hey, everyone. This season has been my first snowboarding season. I'm dying to see the new 2023 gear. Any idea when we can expect to see it showing up in shops? Yeah, in the fall, like it always does. Otherwise, if you really want to look at it early, there's a couple catalogs up on zuzupopo.com. So you can always check that out. And if you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, May 1st, reviews for the next year's stuff, the written reviews will be coming out as well. So for you guys that are members of Angry Snowboarder VIP, that's one of the perks. I'm also looking into doing some other stuff over there. I think I'm going to do like audio commentaries on bad Hollywood snowboard movies, you know, like Out Cold, Boarding School Dropout, Ski Patrol, you know, Taste Death, Live Life. Shit like that. So yeah, let's see. Francois Seguin, hey everyone, have you tried the Flow Fuse Carbon? No, but I think that's what's sitting in the other room. They gave me some carbon binding. It's just been sitting in the corner. I haven't gotten to it because I got other shit I got to get done. But so there will be a review of that. Okay. And just we got a PSA from Ginger Boardman V2. Rome's got a bunch of stuff on sale. Got a pair of katanas for $120 off. Yeah. Oof. We got another PSA as well from Sheldon Krieger. Don't get drunk in hot tubs at Park City and leave your boots sitting next to them because they will get stolen. Okay, we got Anthony Hawking. Is all the stuff that's sold out now gone for good? Do the major companies do more manufacturing runs of 2022 gear for Southern Hemisphere winter, or do they only send leftovers after the Northern winter? No, so actually, Southern Hemisphere will get 2023 stuff. Right now, like production's just been screwed on so many levels. Demand's super high too. So people are buying stuff. So if it's out, it's out. You're not going to see it. So if you see a 2023 product, it's something you wanted, buy it because it's guaranteed that it's probably going to sell out. I haven't seen numbers like this in years, decades, if anything, for people buying stuff. So if there's stuff that you actually want, you need to be just grabbing it when you see it. I mean, I just bought 2 pairs of K2 Thraxis boots because they finally shipped to shops and they had them. So I was talking to my boys up at Powder Tools, you know, the unofficial official sponsor of Angry Snowboarder, Powder Tools and Steamboat, specifically Powder Tools and Steamboat. Bernie and Curtis are the men. So, but I was talking to Cowboy Curtis, and he told me that the Dylan Christie's had one in stock. So I swung in there, and the boys at the Powder Tools and the Christie Sports over in Dillon, good shop, great guys. Were able to, they had one, so they hooked it up, and then they were like, "Hey, we got another pair," and I was like, "I'll take them." So I bought 2 at full pop. So if you see something that you want and you know you need it, don't hesitate to buy it. Just pull that trigger on it. If you're buying online and they use like Klarna or something, and you can do those 4 payment things and it makes it easier for you, do that. But right now, for Southern Hemisphere, they'll be getting 2023 product. All right, Anthony, let's give you a spin. Remember to ollie some slow signs. Ollie those slow signs. All right. And just a shout out to Marco and Clamo. Ollie 2 slow signs today at Copper. Good man. Good man. I was not at Copper today. I was at A Basin. Ivan Chindov, my boots have a heat reflective foil beneath the liner. As a result, my feet sweat extensively. The bottom of the liner gets super wet. The damn foil is stitched to the boot. Any ideas what to do? Well, one, it sounds like if the bottom of your liner is getting wet, you don't have an insole in there, or you got the stock insole, rip that fucking thing out, put an aftermarket insole in there like this. That's going to fix a few things for you. The other thing is get some fucking boot dryers, dude. Like even just fill a tube sock with rice and throw it in your boot overnight. It'll suck out all that moisture. You'll be fine. Like we all sweat. Maybe use some lighter weight socks that have wicking in them, like Smartwool makes some stuff. If it's really, really bad, these are called Bontex boards. You can put this between that foil and your liner. This will decrease the reflective nature of how much heat you have coming back up. So you can pick these up on tonar.com. I think like a set's $5, which I'll be redoing the boot fitting 101 videos. So I'll be talking about those in there. All right. Okay, we got a super chat from JRez. Spray skiers, cruise the blues, get David a tanker, but seriously, fuck skiers. Yeah, seriously, fuck skiers. I sprayed one so good yesterday. I was cutting through Peace Park, and dude's standing like this far from the lip of a rail, or a box, just a ride-on box I was going to hit on my way out because I was mobbing through. And so I'm like yelling at him. I was like, get the fuck out of the way. He wouldn't move. So I fucking sprayed him. I could hear him coughing. I was like, that's why you don't fucking stand there. Fuck people like that. Hope he gets rectal herpes. So, let's see. All right. Gonna butcher this name. Hopefully I'm getting better at pronouncing it. Narig Gazakahanian. Yo, Avran, hope you're doing well. Have you ridden the Battalion Thunderbolt yet? No. But I think I've got one coming. I had to hit my guy up at the battalion corporate office to get one sent to me. I did ride the regular Thunder the other day again. Rode it in a 61 wide. No, 59 wide. Either way, it was a wide. That thing was floating in the POW. It was great. Okay. All right. We've got a super chat from Steven Mendoza. Spin the wheel of misfortune, please. We're spinning. Let's see what we got here. Fire cures all. All right. Okay. Stuff I find interesting. Apologies about float bindings. It was all ice yesterday and a skier did something stupid and I got a concussion. I had fun today working on percussion. If you have a concussion, you do not need to be snowboarding. You do not need to be on the internet. You need to be resting. You need to not be stimulating your brain at all in any capacity. Let that fucking thing rest. If you have a serious concussion, get your ass away from any screens. Seriously, don't be listening to music. Just go sleep in the dark. Let your brain rest. Let it heal. You shouldn't be out pushing yourself at all. Like, so often I see people that have concussions doing this shit and you're just hurting yourself in the long run. Please don't do that. Do not end up like me. I have had 23 concussions. It is not good. It is not pleasant. Like, you need to leave. Like, get out of this chat, this, just leave this live stream, come back in 5 days. 5 days. We'll give you 5 days to start to recover. So, yeah. Lose a turn. Okay. Francois Seguin, spin for Slimothy. Good old Slimothy Whitman. Maybe in jail. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a while. Might be dead. Ooh. Beware of crotch goblins in the park. And if you have crotch goblins, make sure that they understand actual park etiquette. That's very, very important. So, all right. Okay. Turning boards with the super chat. Talked my little brother out of a Gilson homebrew. Doing God's work over there. What would be the board to get him? He's 6'2", 250 pounds, all mountain free rider. Thanks. Stay angry. So as an all mountain free rider at 250 pounds, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I would be looking at. So I would like go over to LibTech. I would be looking at, let's see, is it 250? My guess is he's probably got a big foot too, but terrain wrecker, e-jackknife. If he wants straight, just old school shape, retro ripper. With ride, I would be looking at the Berserker. That's a really good one. Mountain Pig would be another one. Even a smoke screen. With K2, it'd be the Alchemist. With Jones, I would probably just look at the flagship or the ultra flagship. Those are also great options as well. If he's doing battalion, he would probably want to look at the Goliath or wait till next year for the Goliath Plus, because that's a beefy ass board for a 250 pounder. With Nidecker, you're looking at like your beta APX, your alpha APX, or even just the regular beta and alpha. So that should give you a ton of options right there to check out for him. Drink your Zima, people. Drink your Zima. Oh, this is a great question from Tibby TT. Will a Burton times Virgil Abloh snowboard ever get ridden or just end up on some hype beast wall wasting its life away? It's funny you say that because I'm actually talking with Curtis from Powder Tools because he's out ripping his. Well, he was out ripping it earlier today, and I quote from him: "Since the day I waxed it and wrote it, it has snowed." And he said it best. You know, if you bought a Ferrari full pop, would it sit in your garage? Fuck no. Fuck no, it wouldn't, Curtis. So our boy Curtis at Powder Tools in Steamboat, ripping it on a 28-inch day. Yesterday, they got like 10 overnight. So it's like 38 inches. Fuck yeah. Curtis killing it. Goddamn baby gorilla. Love that dude. Dead Stalin. I called last run yesterday. I ended up hitting a tree by accident. Never call last run. Damn right. It's two more, skip the last. Always call two more, skip the last. That's how we do things around here. All right. We got a super chat from Jay Rezvani. What board and or bindings are missing from my quiver? Arbor, Element, Camber, Libtech Box Scratcher, Capita Black, Snowboard of Death, Endeavor Scout. I got Union Stratas and Cartel X's. In terms of board, you pretty much have everything completely covered. Like the only thing that remotely I could see you wanting would be going either full pow board, like regular length pow board, or you go the opposite, you get volume shifted full on party board like a slush slash or something like that. As far as bindings go, you pretty much you're good with the strata on everything but the black snowboard to death. For that, the Cartel X will work. I think you're good. I mean, at this point, fuck it. Save money on bindings, buy more lift tickets, ride more, have fun. Okay. Christopher Yee got my girlfriend to finally ride some powder on her Nitro Electra on a trip out to Utah. Of the boards in your top 5 all mountain free ride for women, which would be the most natural progression board? God, the K2 Cold Shoulder. Yep. So that would be the one I would go with. Okay. The Jihad Joe, do you still recommend the niche Maelstrom? What size for a 200 pounder? I do recommend it. Don't go below the 157 and make sure if you are on the 157 that you have a size 10 or smaller boot. But realistically, you probably want to bump up to, I think, was that 160, 161? I think maybe it's 62. I can't remember. It's 57. I think it's 60 or it's 62. Can't remember off the top of my head, but that's what I would go with for sure on that. I also think I owe Jay a spin of the wheel here. So. Where are we going? Lose a turn. All right. Stuff I find interesting. I didn't get a concussion. A skier did. Good. Fuck skiers. They're stupid. Let them be brain dead. They huff lead gas. Okay. Beware those crotch goblins. Rod Kings, have you ridden the 2023 Ride Warpig? Any major difference from 2022? No differences in it. I don't know where my ride stuff is. I asked for a bunch of stuff. So it's like Shadow Band, I think Algorithm, again, Super Pig, a bunch of different bindings from them, and Psycho Candy 54, because that's actually got the Guy core in it. Yeah, I think there's something else that I asked for in there too. Okay. All right. Tim Hunt, Custom X, Megamerx, similar flex. No, they flex different in there. Megamerx far more reactive than a Custom X ever is. Have you tried the K2 antidote that Sage won the natural selection on? Not yet. I won't pick that up till next week. Let's see. It also has 3D shaping to it, so it's like in the base and the tip. So yeah. Okay, where were we? Milo, finally got my nephews to switch to snowboarding, looking for a few boards for fast progressing beginner, but live in the Midwest and would need boards with either grip tech, mag traction. No, what you need is just keep your edges fucking sharp. If people would just keep their shit sharp, they wouldn't have problems with edge contact in there. For beginners, like they're starting to progress, whatever on there. I mean, if you do want to go the lib tech route or GNU, get them a GNU Money. That's fine. That's a really good board to like learn on. Maybe even the GWO or whatever it is. Otherwise, I would check out the what is it? I'd probably just put them on like a Ride Zero or even a Kink. Just like bump them up a little bit. K2, ray gun or ray gun pop if you want to put them on camber, depending on how aggressive they are as kids. Yeah, I don't know. I got to do a top 5 board for little kids and then like tweeners. I'm going to do that at some point. So, all right. Andy, since there's a few ways to change the size of turns, how important is side cut radius on a board? I don't hear you mention it in your videos. Either the board fucking turns or it doesn't. And there's so many things that go into how a board turns. Camber profile, reference stance, flex pattern, flex points in the flex pattern, the carbon in it, the waist of it, like the width of it that comes into it. I never pay attention to side cut numbers. I get on it, either the board fucking turns or it doesn't fucking turn. Like that's just how it is. I mean, I know how to make a board turn. I've been on boards that are like, this thing's going to turn really well, like according to the marketing. I was like, this thing rides like a fucking turd. Seriously, it's like a fucking solid frozen poop going down the mountain like a missile. Doesn't do shit for you. And I've been on boards where they're like, well, it might turn, it's not the biggest radius, it's not the deepest, blah, 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 nerd shit. And you can fucking torsionally flex it, and there's just enough flex right underfoot that changes the whole dynamic of the carve. That can literally change everything in there. So this is why you never hear me talk about radiuses, because I don't care. People nerd out on it too much, and they don't think to take everything else into consideration. I mean, there's boards, like I can lay a Euro carve on my 53 Rome Party Mod just as good as I can on my 56 Tellus Mike Ranquit, just as good as I can on my 58 Endeavor Archetype. It's like that. Some boards handle it different than others, but I don't give a fuck about radiuses. I'm just like, whatever. Okay. All right. All right. We got Kareem 2K. Are Flux bindings any good? If so, what models? So the one issue with Flux is they lack dampening underfoot. Like you feel everything with it. That's my biggest issue with them. They are a good binding. It's just you literally feel everything. They also tend to have a bigger footprint, so you get a bigger dead spot. Honestly, I don't even know what they name their binding models, because every year they fucking throw a bunch of different numbers and letters at them. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They have no fucking consistency. So like, I couldn't tell you. I know you pay for what you get, and basically anything under $189 from them tends to be just a steamy turd. So yeah. There. Smash that like button, people. Smash that liking. All right, you're fucking out of here because you're a fucking idiot. I'm not even dealing with this. Goodbye. Get out of here. Okay. Let's see. Carson Monroe, Battalion made me drill a hole through my Party Wave Plus in order to get a warranty board. Best steps to fix it and save it as a rock board. Depends how big of a hole that he made you drill through it, but like I'm assuming it's probably at least this big around. So if it is, go find a wooden dowel that's about the same length as, or same width as the hole that you put in there, and basically take a mallet and just pop that down in there. Cut like a section about this long, and then what you do is you just pop it down in there so it fills that top sheet. Then what you're going to do is take some 2-part epoxy and make sure you use more resin than hardener. to seal that in. So you're going to seal that in there, especially depending where you drilled the hole. Hopefully, you didn't drill through any carbon or anything. But then after you do that, then flip it over, let it cure, 24 hours. Take a PTEX candle. So, hang on. I know I got one. PTEX candle, blowtorch. You want a blowtorch, not a lighter. You want to make sure that you get this thing going, burning with a blue flame, and get it as close as possible to the bottom of that hole where the base is. So it's burning with a blue flame. That's going to get you less carbon in there and less air bubbles. And basically just cake that hole till it's nice and thick. Let that cool down for about 40 minutes. Really seal in there. Take a razor blade, scrape it so that it's level with the base of the board and everything in there. Go ride it, rip it. I mean, in all honesty, once that hole's plugged, unless you drilled through some carbon or some other shit that's more important, you'll probably be fine with it. So, yeah. All right. And we got another PSA from Tibby TT. Don't forget, this Sunday is Ride for Jake Day on the 13th. RIP Jake Burton. Yeah. So Sunday is Ride for Jake Day. Go out, snowboard, do something. So, yeah. Okay. Where were we? Okay, we got a super chat from Zach Hazard. First season, 20 days in and zooming on groomers. Small side hits, nothing too wild. Leaning towards the ride algorithm when I buy 5'11", 220 pounds. Boot size 10. Chart says 130 to 210 for 161. Close enough. If it's your first season, actually, you could probably bump it down to the 59 wide, and we'll give you a higher learning curve. And that way you're not dealing with so much actual length in there. Would I recommend that for your first board? No, not at all. Not in the slightest. That board's probably going to kill you. In all honesty, it'll be too much board for you. You need to bring it down to like more of a mid-level board. That's just my 2 cents on it. I think you realistically should probably look at more like a Ride Zero if you're looking at Ride. Even the Manic would probably work for you totally fine. In all honesty, but yeah. I love all these people that are like, I'm a fucking expert. Like this week, I'm getting on the chair and some peasants get on with me. And it's 2 peasants in rental equipment, some old skier fuck that's probably closer to death than any of us, and then me. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like ignoring them. And they start talking and they're like, we're from Florida. We really like riding blues and blacks. We're aggressive riders. And I was like, yeah, you're real fucking aggressive on your Burton LTR. You fell getting on the fucking chair. Well, you fell skating to get to the load line. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like watching this and stuff. It's like people really need to like learn how to really check themselves and be like, hey, I'm not as good as I think I am. Like it's a real humbling experience. I keep seeing people all the time that are like, oh, I'm a fucking expert. I ride 10 days a year. And I'm like, you're not a fucking expert. Like, you would have better progression as a rider and more fun if you actually stepped back from what you perceive because you might be the best out of your group of friends. And we're like, maybe I don't need such a high-end board. Like, that's the other thing is like there's so many boards in that $400 price point that are just fucking phenomenal. I mean, in all honesty, if you want to ride algorithm, just wait till next year and get the shadow band. The shadow band's probably more of what you need. It's going to be more of that mid-level board that's going to be solid. I mean, something like a Rome Warden would be really good as well. Decks like that, everyone wants to be like, I need to go buy this top of the line board. And I'm like, it's not going to make you ride any fucking better. Like you lack fundamentals. Like you might be cruising on a groomer, but like your definition of cruising on a groomer is far from what my version of cruising on a groomer is. It's no offense to you. I'm not saying that you suck. I'm just saying like we all need to just check ourselves. Personally, I think I suck as an absolute snowboarder. Like I can do stuff, but I'm not the best rider out there, and it looks like shit when I do a lot of things. But at least I know how to check myself before I wreck myself. I don't know. It's just like constantly. This week's been just a week of people asking questions about gear that's so beyond their level that I'm like, why? Why is this even a thing? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I said I was going to give a snowboard away anyways. What do I got over here? I got something floating around here. because Zach did ask a question about ride, and I've got all these ride snowboards that I need to get rid of. What do we got here? Let's see. You know what? Let's see, what size is that? 57. I don't think I have anything big enough for you, unfortunately. Fuck it. Next person will get something sometime. Got all these stuff, all the shit I need to get rid of. It's like I keep getting this stuff. If I had something that fit you, Zach, I would have given you a snowboard, but I don't have any. Well, wait. Here. 220. No, that won't work. Never mind. Trying to figure out how to get rid of all this shit. Also, Sunday, March 20th at Copper, I'm going to do a ride and meet day. I got to put something out on Instagram, and I'll put it out on other social channels and stuff for everyone. But yeah, I'm going to do something for you guys, the fans, so we can all get together and ride. But basically, you're going to need to pay for your lift ticket. You need to have at least intermediate ability level, be comfortable cruising a blue groomer at least, a decent attitude, because if you're a jackass, I'll fucking bury your ass out there. I won't even think twice. But yeah, so I'm going to be putting something out, just a ride with me day. We're going to go hang out and have some fun. So yeah. Okay. We got Mr. Sugarul. Hey, Avran, I want to complete my quiver with a new snowboard for powder and carving. I already have a dance saw and a dynamo. 2 great boards. Do you want powder and carving in one? We're talking Karua then. And you probably want to go with a pencil. Or if you want to stick with LibTech, you could do the Retro Ripper. That thing actually carves. To an extent, the Nitro Super Team kind of fits that bill, but I think what you're looking for is like a Karua pencil for sure. So is it going to bounce back? Nope. Fire Cures all. DWDC Stratas worked pretty well on the 20th anniversary Black Snowboard of Death. Yeah, but then they changed it for the year after that, and they made it stiffer again. That's why you want to go with an Atlas. Have you written any 2023 Kappas? I put my wish list in, so I think the wish list was like Mercury, Mega Merc, Outer Space Living, Outsiders, Slush Slasher, Powder Glider, DOA, Super DOA, Black Snowboard of Death, Navigator. I think that's what I put in. And then I put in for 5 pairs, 5 different union bindings. So I put in for Atlas Pro, Unlimited, Felcor, STR, and Flight Pro. I think that's what I put in for them. So, yeah, anyways. Okay, Drew Gallagher with the super chat. Jones Tweaker sneak preview. I was supposed to get that this week, but unfortunately my Jones rep got the vid and he's on his ass, so he's highly contagious and I'm immune compromised, so I will not be picking those up till next week probably. Hopefully PD will be healthy again. So but yeah, I will be riding the new Jones Tweaker. Smash that like button, people. Adrian Baza, good directional boards for railing carves in East Coast snow. All right. Depends how stiff you want to get, but the Karua Pencil Plus really comes to mind as one of those boards for railing hard turns on there. But at the same time, if you want something a little softer and you still want to go in the trees, you could do the Rosno Sashimi. If you want softer but still fun, like Resort Carver, there's the Nidecker Thruster. If you want more like balls to the wall carving, then there's the Nidecker Blade right there. That would